In an experiment, scientists changed a single gene in cloned flies of a certain species. These cloned flies lack the eye cells that give flies ultraviolet vision, even though cloned siblings with unaltered, otherwise identical genes had normal vision. Okay. Thus, scientists have shown that flies of this species lacking ultraviolet vision must have some damage to this gene. Okay. So the conclusion is the last sentence. The scientists have shown that flies of this species lacking ultraviolet vision must have some damage to the gene. Why? Because when they changed the gene, the flies lacked the cells that gives them the UV vision.
Yes. Okay. So we changed. So in an experiment, the scientists changed a single gene, and then we cloned them with so we have these. So the cloned flies lack the eye cells that give flies ultraviolet vision, even though the cloned siblings with unaltered, otherwise identical genes had normal vision. So we're assuming that we made this one change to this single gene, and now there's this difference. So we're trying to say that the flies
The UV
lack soccer
vision.
must be yes. Okay, so this is a necessary assumption question. So it's like what must be true in order for a conclusion to have a chance.
Okay.
So go ahead and start with A.
All right. The relationship between genes and vision in flies is well understood. Okay, I don't think that's necessary.
So like it doesn't have to be well understood in order for there to be a relationship. Excellent.
No other gene in the flies in the experiment is required for the formation of the ultraviolet vision. Okay. I'm trying to negate test this, and I just struggle really hard when it comes to like no, none.
So what okay, so the opposite of none is like no is like at least one, right?
Some, yeah.
Some.
So some other gene in the flies in the experiment is required. So some other gene. I don't think that's necessary. Some other gene is necessary.
Would some other gene destroy it? That if some other gene is required for the formation of
Oh, that would kind of attack the argument, right? Of like being a single gene. Oh no, of it being the gene damage causing the lack of ultraviolet vision.
So let's
No.
do C for now and go on to C.
Okay. Ultraviolet vision is a trait found in all species of flies. Ultraviolet vision is not a trait found in all species of flies. Um,
Are we talking about all species of flies?
no, we're just talking about that certain species, like that
Yeah, I
one.
feel like that's not necessary. So it's just
Yeah.
all.
And also too, when I saw the word all, like that's just I think it's too strong for a necessary assumption.
Well, especially since we're not talking about all species of flies,
Yeah.
we're talking about this certain species.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm not liking it.
All right.
All right. The gene change had no effect on the flies other than the lack of ultraviolet vision cells. Okay, so it had some effects other than the lack of must have something. I don't think that's necessary in this case. Like no other effect. We're just talking about the fact that it's lacking the ultraviolet vision.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't care that it had no other effect.
Yeah.
It could have had an effect on other things too.
Mm-hmm. But it's not like required for this conclusion to be true.
Yes.
Okay. Ultraviolet vision is an environmentally influenced trait in the species of flies of the experiment. Environmentally influenced. Okay, that doesn't really matter. The fact is that they're genetically altering this. So I would say no.
Excellent. So like yeah, because what happens if like another gene is required for the formation of ultraviolet vision cells?
then I think that hurts the argument trying to
Yeah,
connect.
we don't know that it's damage to this specific gene
Yeah.
that's causing it. Like, couldn't there be damage to something else?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And that's why our answer is B.
Okay. So like what I've noticed my issue is that I can identify 3 to at least 4 of the wrong answers, and like I'll get the right answer, but I'm just not confident
Confident.
with going through, like, say like it's B, right? Like I'm at it the second time.
I
Then I'm
didn't
like,
love
oh,
B
I'm
the
not
first time
sure.
either, but it's the only one that even remotely can be required.